Hello Robotics Notes fans, happy November 22nd, and welcome to another episode of Robotics Notes Elite Like Animal Crossing. It is 7:21 a.m. and there's some construction going on nearby, so you just have to deal with it. I woke up at a normal time today. It's like 6:11 a.m. I went to bed at like 11 p.m. Weird. My eyes are hazy. I can't see my phone droid screen very well. How long have I been awake now? I haven't checked the time in a while. Looking at the clock makes me anxious and affects my focus. I have to be ready for slow-mo to trigger at any moment. My body clearly surpassed its limits. I can definitely feel the bomb deep inside of me. But all I can do now is wait. My back feels heavy. Which is because Frau is sitting back to back with me. Kind of annoying, so I want to shake her off, but I'm also leaning against her, so whatever. I can feel Frau's so-placed breathing through her slender back. The rhythm isn't altogether unpleasant. But man, my body itches. I've been taking cold baths every now and then, but I still haven't properly bathed. Plus, my battles with Takasobe require my complete focus. So I end up covered in sweat even though the room isn't particularly hot. We're just a couple of sweaty teens sitting for hours upon hours in the dark, dirty, abandoned room. We're totally degenerates. In reality, all we're doing is playing games. I can't win. How many times have I lost? I'm pretty sure the number has at least 3 digits. I'm becoming numb. I don't even feel defeated after losing. I restart the battle like it's some mindless task. This is really not good. Not that I wasn't already aware of it. With my body so far gone and the hours I've spent in this dark room, my sense of urgency is fading. All 5 of my senses are fading. Lies! Frau suddenly yells out loud. I can feel her back trembling through my skin. I snap back to attention. Was I about to fall asleep just now? Super not good. I slap my cheeks as hard as I can to reinvigorate myself. Frau's no longer leaning against me. I turn to see her pacing back and forth across the room. Ugh, damn it. How did it come to this? What's up? Why? Why? Idgi. This can't be. I just want a wall punch. This just can't be. It's impossible. It has to be some kind of mistake. She's deliriously talking to herself. This must be a pretty big deal. Kona-chan! Ugh. Frau's body jerks after I yell at her. What's going on? Senpai. Senpai. Tears descend down her cheeks. I know who set me up. You found the culprit? I did, but this has to be a mistake. This is too much. Who is it? Frau seems reluctant to say anything. She looks down, avoiding eye contact with me. I don't want to believe it. If this is legit, he's a full-blown traitor, SMH. Alright, I have a pretty good idea of who it is. Is it someone you know? Frau raises her face. She stares at me as if she's clinging to me with every fiber of her being. Am I right? She quickly nods her head. He's a member of my group. His handle is Magion. You mean the group that developed Kill Ballad? Yeah, the Frau Kojiro factory. Including Frau, there are 5 members of the factory. They all got to know each other in an online community about Gunbarrel, all 5 of them vary in age and gender. Back then, Frau proposed utilizing their skills to make a game. That's how a massive hit, KB, was born. Magion kinda served as support for my programming work. He was the most chill out of the 5 of us, but can you get in touch with him? Everyone else got in touch to tell me they're okay. But I haven't heard from Magion. Why don't you try calling him? But he might be the perp that dirtied your precious gun barrel, Kona-chan. Are you going to just let it go? She flips her hood on, almost as if she's trying to flee from reality. Her hood? What? 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 I don't know for sure that he's the one. But you have some evidence now, right? It's all circumstantial evidence. I spoke to all other members of the factory. You mentioned that super simple way of breaching any security system earlier. After hearing that, I realized the only people who know the passwords to my accounts are those in the group. But I didn't think it'd actually end up being true. You should call him. But I'm super cumshy. What am I supposed to say? Calm-shy. Not cumshy. Now do whatever makes you happy. Just remember that this Magion guy might be the culprit. I personally think you need to find out for sure, one way or the other. You need closure. I'll try to give him a call. Nearly in tears, Frau pulls out her phone droid. Rosetta, call Magion. Roger that. Calling now. The phone droid screen changes over. But no matter how long she stays connected, nobody answers. No answer. I knew it. Look at the clock. It's 3 a.m. I suppose most people wouldn't answer at this hour. Did he run away? She asks like she's trying to get a feel for my mood. Frau sounds like she hopes he's fled. But as if to sneer at her wishful thinking. After about a minute of staying on the line, the call connects. A severely underweight man appears on her screen. Where is he? It looks super dark over there. Is he in a car? Whoa, Magion. Hey, Frau-chan. You used to be kind of chubby, no? You look like a completely different person now. You calling me can only mean one thing. You figured it out? That's right. I placed the lock on the RI servers. And to make it look like you, I hijacked your Tweepo account. Hey now, I didn't think you'd just admit it that easily. Didn't see that coming. But why? Are you the one behind those cheater CPU bots of the 3 dead KB players? Who are you? Doesn't matter. You're right. I created the 3 cheater bots. So it's your fault that I've been stuck in rank 5 purgatory all this time. Why did the cheap tool keep returning blanks? I'm the one who made that tool. I can modify it easily. Well, that clears that up. Here I was doing battle with those assholes for real. I'm one hell of a dummy. I don't like this. Frau gently grabs my hand without warning. Surprised, I glance at Frau only to find her eyes affixed to the screen. Even I'm not so cruel to shake off her hand at a time like this. Frau, after taking a short breath, mumbles out her words. Did you kill them? Did you kill those insiders of those... Did you kill the insiders of those 3 cheat bots? I didn't. What's the point of lying now? It's true, I didn't do it, I swear. And who did? Probably the people who threatened me. They kidnapped my wife and kid. They told me to do as they say, and if I didn't want to find my family dead. I mean, this isn't a one-man operation? Who are these people that you say were threatening you? I don't know, I've never met them before. But I haven't seen my wife and kid in more than 6 months now. I honestly have no idea what's going on, but when I think about what could happen to my family, An unpleasant thought crosses my mind. A conspiracy. In his quest to reveal a conspiracy to the world, Kokumijima fled to Tanegashima. All the while fleeing from the Tavistock Institute. but eventually someone finally murdered Frau's mom, Minami Kogori, tried to stop an anime from being used as a propaganda tool and was forced to flee. She's been missing for 4 years. The Gun Barrel anime staff who tried to save Minami Kogori were ruthlessly murdered. Does the Tavistock Institute or the Committee of 300 ring any bells? I can't say. What's that supposed to mean? If I talk about them, my family will be... Magion's face goes pale. Guess that's a good enough answer. He's basically saying yes. I just did what I was told. I was threatened and forced to cooperate, I swear. Magion mumbles as if to comfort himself. I didn't hijack RI's OS and make robots go wild. And I didn't kill the cheaters, I swear. Please believe me. Frau hangs her head as her lips quiver. I don't really give a damn about your situation. But you wouldn't happen to be able to undo the lock on your end, would you? I can't. If I do that, my family will die. It's alright. I'll handle it on my end then. Though I'm not actually sure whether I'll be able to pull it off or not. Wonder what the guys who threatened you were after. What's their end game? Why make a bunch of robots go wild? They said that their ultimate target was the Tokyo government building. They're going to assault it before the power comes back so they can further cripple the capital. Is that what the men behind all of this told you? Not directly, but they did instruct me to target that building. They're gathering at Kasumi Gaseki and Nagatacho as we speak. Since power is scheduled to return to all of Tokyo by tomorrow morning, the attack should begin soon. And you're okay with telling us that much? Nothing can stop things now, and with Tokyo in chaos, the police won't be able to handle it themselves. Things are more dire than I thought, but it all doesn't quite seem real to me through the monitor screen. And I have to defeat Takuso before the blackouts end. He'll never break the lock. I used the 3 bots that I created to collect data from the top 6 players for 6 months. Takuso can handle any pattern imaginable. So, those bots were just stepping stones for Takuso. Doesn't matter, I'm winning. I gotta keep moving forward if I'm gonna be the best in the world. Useless effort. Magion. Why does it need to be us? Eh? The people who threatened you. I was wondering why they targeted us. What did we ever do? It's not us. You're their only real target, Frau-chan. That's what was written in the letter. They don't intend on killing my family. But they did say that Minami Kogori's daughter had to be sacrificed. Blah! Wait, don't tell me they're the ones that... Hey, more details! I don't know anything more than that. I really don't. You goddamn liar. You know something. Tell me where your mama is. Tell me where mama is, you dumpster flyer. I hope you choke on your tongue. I'm sorry. Sorry, my ass. Where's mama? Hey, where's... Calm down, Kona-chan. As soon as I grab her shoulders and call out to her, she settles down. Sniffle. Her shoulders are trembling. Frau wipes her tears and squeezes out the last few words she can muster. Magion, tell me one last thing. Magion, when did you get married? Huh? I tilt my head along with Magion. What in the world does this have to do with anything? When we last spoke 6 months ago at the offline meeting, you said you were a virgin, Magion. You said you were only interested in 2D. IRC. When did you get married? When was your child born? You only ever talk to each other online, so is it that I just didn't know? Magion is acting strangely. His eyes are unstable. His forehead is covered with sweat. Finally, he frowns and holds his head. What? But, wait, what? I have a wife, I do, and a kid. She's a healthy little girl. No, she's a boy? His name is... He was born in the spring, so we named him Haruka. No, Haruka is the heroine from Magical Girl Excellency, and I have a son, not a daughter. Wait, that's odd. I must be exhausted. That's right, yeah, of course I am. Has he totally lost it? Anyhow, that's just the way it is. Sorry, Frau Chan. My job is finished. In the morning I'll be flying to the Philippines. They said I can reunite with my family there. Since Narita is closed due to the blackouts, it took a while to get to Kansai. I'm so sorry. I didn't expect you to ever forgive me. Goodbye. And just like that, the call is over. What was that just now? There was something extremely unsettling and scary about all of that. The word brainwashed comes to mind. The Tavistock Institute specialty. What if he was being brainwashed to think he had a wife and kid that never really existed? Can't even imagine what that must feel like to Magion right now. I'm covered in cold sweat just from thinking about it. Frau laughs like she always does. I'm going to describe what just happened to me. I thought Magion was my friend, but he turned out to be my enemy. You might not understand what I'm saying, but I don't understand either. I caught the culprit. That hasn't fixed anything. Frau's hand, still holding onto my fingers, tightens. Never thought I'd be betrayed like this. If I knew this was going to happen, I never would have trusted anyone. A shun like me doesn't need friends. Mom is probably already... I had a feeling that was the case for a long time now. I guess this island was my last hope. But in the end, that warning message is like the nail in the coffin. It was pointless for me to come here. Forever alone, Otts. I suppose it must be pretty easy for you to just sit here and beat yourself up. Senpai. It's too bad. I'm sure a friend of yours in Tokyo betrayed you, but that's enough to make you feel completely alone. Frau's hand is still wrapped around my fingers. I hold on tightly to her hand. As far as Aki-chan is concerned, not only are you a member of the Robot Club, you're already her friend. Either way, don't go thinking you're alone. If you really want to be alone, you're gonna have to quit club. And I bet Aki-chan will make that as hard as possible for you. The Robot Club. Oh, and I'm sorry to put a damper on your whole giving up thing, but I haven't given up on beating Takaso just yet. So I'd prefer if you didn't act like things are finished here. But everyone knows who I am. They all know about how the gun barrel staff was murdered and everything. Beating some cheating CPU isn't going to clear me of everything. So what? Huh? Didn't I tell you from the start? I'm not doing this for you, Kona-chan. I'm doing this because I want to show this dumbass CPU what's what. And with that, I let go of her hand. Break time's over. We've got another 7 to 8 hours left before time's up. I'm gonna settle this before then. If I can defeat him, victory's mine. But if I can't, they win. Ugh. I sure sounded cool, but I have yet to trigger an attack. And our time's running out. My body has just about hit its limits. I might pass out before I'm able to trigger an attack at this rate, which would render me totally useless. After all that bodily harm I've done to myself, that'd really suck. But here's the thing, at this point an attack could realistically happen at any time now. Frau is squatting in the corner of the room with her head held down. She's not sleeping, so I can hear from her sniffling every now and then. I get it. She's still dealing with the shock of being betrayed by someone she trusted. I should leave her alone for now. Ah, damn it. I lost again. I strike the screen with my finger. I'd rather toss my phone droid to the floor, but that'd crack the screen, so I resist the urge. I'm so close. What do I need to do to corner myself? Why? Frau breaks her silence after a few hours. Is she feeling a little better? Why do you think I became a shut-in? Well, that came out of nowhere. No clue. Because you're antisocial? Or is it because your mom went missing? Come to think of it, I don't even know how long she's been a shut-in. What was her life like in Tokyo? Bzz, wrong. I became a shut-in so I could make Kill Ballad. Huh. Mama went missing and Gunbarrel had that awful ending. So I was scared. I was scared that Mama's work would just become another piece of dead content. If people forgot Gunbarrel, then Mama would also be forgotten. That's why I decided to make a game out of her work. As for why I decided on a game and specifically, it's just because I was already good at programming. But I thought if I half-assed it, it'd never be as popular as the anime. And if I took my time on it, the series would just be dead content by the time I finished. Every minute I spent at school felt like a waste of time. So before I knew it, I'd become a shut-in. No hypnosis, no super speed, none of that silliness. Well, I was already pretty calm-shy to begin with, so it was a smooth transition. Is that supposed to be a good thing? Senpai, do you like KB? Yeah, it's a good game. Frankly, I don't care much about Gunbarrel. I just enjoy KB as a game. The main reason I made it my main game is because I have someone I want to beat. Tonks. Huh? Ton. Excuse me? Ots. I can't hear you. Thank you for the kind words, she says, with a flustered look on her face. I'm happy that you said you like it. You're very much welcome. But by the way, are you more of the aggressive type or the passive type? Or, if we're talking KB strats, I'm definitely more aggressive. Oh, aggressive, I see, I see. I personally see you more of a passive type, Yashio-senpai. I'm willing to debate this. With 4 eyes around, you guys could swap places. Gotta dream big! She's grinning all of a sudden. I'm not gonna think too hard about what's going through that head of hers. Sounds like you're feeling a little better. And Frau wipes the grin off her face and gets serious. Can you win? Just can't push past the finish line. If I torture myself a little more, I think it can trigger an attack. What was that? What in the... 1 second, everybody. I'm gonna make sure someone didn't break into my house. Someone doing nonsense? Huh. Well, that was weird. I don't know if you guys even heard that. Be pretty funny if I died on an episode of Robotics and it's like Animal Crossing, though. To torture, you say? Gulp. What in the world is she thinking? I'll lend you my SM toys. You actually own that stuff? If you do, I'm not sure we can be friends anymore. Of course I don't have the real stuff. So you have the fake stuff? Yeah, kinda. Frau stands up with a grin on her face and starts shuffling through some boxes stacked in the corner of the room. Pretty sure I put it somewhere around here. Oh, I found it. Wonderful. What kind of pervy toys does she have in store for me? Yo, how about you use this, bro? And with that, she whips out some electric shock therapy equipment. It's like one of those electric massage kits you attach to your body to try and relax. How in the hell does this qualify as S&M? This will work just fine for a little bit of torture. At maximum level, you'll scream from the excruciating pain, and the pain scream will turn into one of No, it really won't. But this might just work. They've been rerunning old variety shows on TV lately. And on one of them, I saw a comedian get punished with one of these things. This whole thing is starting to feel more and more like a punishment for something. I suppose, since she went through the trouble of digging this out, I should at least give it a try. Though I might start making input errors after this because of the pain. Then shall I put it on for you? Near your collarbone, that is. Why does she look so happy? She looks more pleased than she did when I said I liked KB. Might as well go all out. 2 pads on my thighs, 2 on my butt, 1 on each of my upper arms, and 1 for each of my temples. No collarbone. Remember, kids, don't try this at home. Okay, once I give you the signal, switch it on. Do it at maximum level. I restart my fight with Takasobe. As always, I carefully batter down their life bar, knowing full well that I'm going to be trading hits. Once their life bar turns red, I can sense them getting ready to use their ult. Do it! Gah! And then my mind goes flying. Senpai! Senpai! Wake up! Come on! Ugh. My cheeks sting. My body feels heavy. It's like I'm paralyzed or something. I think I might be pushing my luck. I slowly come to and open my eyes. That's a girl. Ah, you're awake. Thank goodness. I'm so glad. What are you doing? I was trying to wake you up, senpai. What of it? Why exactly does that involve straddling me? Well, after you collapsed, your whole body twitched. So of course I thought you were dead. Come on, common sense. None of that explains why you're straddling me. I passed out, eh? I probably shouldn't have put the pads on my temples. But big mood. But I'm legit glad you're okay. Frau lazily begins to lean on her body atop mine. If I had died, I would have. If you had died, I would have killed myself. Frau rests her soft body atop mine. I haven't been this close to a girl since I was a little kid. I always just assumed Frau's body temp was super low, but I was wrong. Warmth seeps into my skin. It's a reminder that she's alive like I am. Damn it. Here I am imagining Frau naked. Oh, are you turned on? Nope. Apparently I don't even have the energy for that. My exhaustion has reached its limit. I'd say my current priorities are hunger over libido, sleep over sex. I'm so sleepy. I wish I'd just fallen asleep after passing out. By the way, Kona-chan? Can you move out of the way? But I refuse. Why? Please. Let me stay like this a little longer. I have something to tell you. But you smell, Kona-chan. You do too. Jeez. What does she want from me? Gunveil is very important work to me. It's something that Mama poured all of herself, her emotions, her feelings into. It doesn't hurt to see people trashing Kill Ballad. As much as I hate taking a beating, I can deal with it. But I just can't stand to watch Mama or her creation get insulted. But then the final episode leaked. And Mama's last message surfaced. Magion sent me up to look like a terrorist, and now Mama's being treated like a criminal. It's all falling apart. Mama and Gunvarel, their memories are being tarnished. Senpai, do you think Gunvarel can shine once again? After all the bullying, all the awful name-calling, I'm sure lots of people have given up on being fans. But even then, do you think I can make Gunvarel shine again? I don't know. At the very least, I don't think it'll ever reach the heights that it did back during its heyday. But there's nothing wrong with starting from the ground up and working at it little by little. Let's see. For example, how about we start with bringing Model 2 to the expo? The Robot Club's robot? It's modeled after Gunvarel, after all. So, help us out. We've wanted you to join us for ages. You can start there and keep at it until the day people realize that your mom was right. And for what it's worth, I believe that she was. Considering the myriad of parallels with the Kamijima reports, I can't just write it off as a conspiracy theory anymore. Okay. I said earlier that moving here was pointless. But that's not true. Because I was able to meet you, Senpai. I'm glad I came to this island. Well, it's not like I've done anything for you, Kona-chan. In my industry, neglect play is a type of reward. What industry is she talking about? Just show me your collarbone. How about no? You're way too straight shooting when it comes to your fetishes, Kona-chan. Phew. I take a deep breath and lightly push Frau away and sit up. Break time's over. We got a time limit to deal with. Win, Yashio-senpai. You don't have to win for me or Mama. Just don't lose to that cheating piece of shit CPU. You got it. That was always the plan. We decided to keep using the shock therapy equipment. Except now we're making sure not to attach any pads to my temples. At maximum output, my thighs, butt, and arms alone are enough to cause my body to convulse. As has a negative effect on my ability to play, so we drop the output down a little. All that's left now is for Frau to intermittently shock me while I play. Thanks to the intensity of the sensation, I've stopped feeling the burning pain around my thighs. I can't breathe. No matter how desperately I try to breathe, my body won't move like I want it to. Senpai, you're falling apart. You can't keep this up. No, keep going. When I give you the signal, press the button. But you look like you're about to die. We've barely got any time left. Can't afford to rest. It's entirely possible that the RI robots are gathered outside of the government building right now. Haven't been watching the news, so I don't know for sure. But I do know we're out of time. Which is why... Now! Excruciating pain ensues. I clench my teeth to hold to my consciousness. Focus. Don't let the pain get the best of you. Another loss. How many times is this? And my slow-mo is nowhere to be found. But even then... Shouldn't we call it quits? Senpai, you've done more than enough. In what world? All I've done is lose. Plus, I can feel it. Feel what? Have you finally awoken to your masochistic tendencies? No, you dumbhead. That is a really good insult. 1 second, guys. I can't press the screenshot button with the controller I use for the Switch, but I really want a screenshot of this. So I'm going to take my Switch out for a sec. There we go. Oh, okay, the audio still works. Awesome. I'm glad that didn't break everything. I was worried it would. No, you dumbhead. The fuse has finally been lit. That fuse belongs to the bomb-like something deep inside my chest. Once it explodes, I'll get an attack. After years and years of struggling with my condition, I have a pretty good idea of when the fuse is lit. It tells me when an attack is on its way. I'm sorry, I just can't stop thinking about no, you dumbhead. Consider it a sort of homemade detection system I came up with. Next. I swallow my breath. My throat is dry as hell, but I opt not to drink any water. It's gonna happen this time. You can tell? To a point. I've done all sorts of awful things to my body to get here. If I don't have an attack, I'm gonna be pissed. If anything, it's taken way too long. I massage my eyeballs over my eyelids. While I'm at it, I loosen up my fingers. I'm actually kind of impressed by how messed up I am. That's enough. It's time for me to strike back. Let's begin. It's then that the violent knocking sound shoots through the room. Ah! Furugori-san! Furugori-san, we know you're in there. Please open the door. It's the police. The police? Senpai, what should I do? I guess the authorities have finally arrived to question Frau about the whole OS hack thing. Talk about shitty timing. Couldn't they wait 10 minutes? We'd like to ask you about what's going on in Tokyo. Hello? Should I answer? If we make them wait for too long, things will just get worse. I doubt they're gonna break in, but we also don't want to give them the wrong impression. Just get them to wait 5 minutes. I'm sure the bomb will go off before then. Frau heads to the door. Can you wait 5 minutes? I'm changing. While Frau buys me some time, I initiate my final battle with Takasobe. My strategy now is the same as before, offense. And once Takasobe's HP bar starts to glow red, they're gonna come at me with their BS ult. If I can manage to trigger slow-mo at that exact time, they're finished. The round begins. I managed to read and dodge their long-range sniper attacks, closing the distance between us. A real match begins once I'm in melee range. No matter how I try to break their guard, they manage to quickly react and respond. So, instead, I aim for trades using moves with large hitboxes. The only reason this suicidal strat works is because Snyder's a ranged fighter, plus I have faith. No matter how superhuman Takasobe's reaction speed is, Snyder's close-range capabilities are limited. Gunbarrel, on the other hand, is designed around up-close and personal combat. Trading hits requires accurate timing, but I've gotten that down after playing hundreds of rounds. It's been a while since I was able to focus like this. The police and their little visit has helped raise the tension. My heart starts beating faster and faster as the battle continues. I'm all fired up. My sense of exhaustion turns to pleasure. Wait, hold on. It's too soon. This is the wrong timing. 1 second, everybody. Please, just wait a little while longer. Staying focused on the game, I clench my teeth in an attempt to keep my attack at bay. And then... Sound disappears. Time slows. My body, once warm and riled up from all the excitement, is suddenly dropping in temperature. It's like the acid in my stomach is boiling, coming up and melting my esophagus. My blood is frozen. I have to endure this everlasting 3 seconds of hell without taking a single breath. The problem is that it physically feels like 30 seconds for me. My mind is clear as day, so I mentally kick the can. It's too early. Didn't even need the shock equipment for this. I glanced down at my phone droid screen. Takasob's life gauge hasn't turned red yet. This is bad. Slow-mo only lasts for 3 seconds in real time. Now that it's active, it won't line up with the timing when they use their ult. God damn it. Slowly and mercilessly, time continues to march forward. But I can't sit here and stew in my regret. As I do my best to withstand the intense pain, I input as many attacks as I can while slow-mo is active. I have to surpass the limits of KB as a game. I need reaction speeds on par or even greater than this cheater CPU. My light punch whiffs. I perform a 1-frame cancel and connect it into a combo. This is the first time that one of my combos successfully connected with Takasob. If only I could have KO'd them then and there. But alas, it's not enough. Takasob still has life left. One more clean hit will do them in, which means their life gauge is glowing red. Damn it. That's all they have left. The air loses its viscosity. I gasp loudly, seeking to fill my lungs. The pain doesn't immediately leave me. My entire body feels listless. I can barely move a single finger. And I'm only just managing to stay upright. Actually, I'm about to fall over. Hold me up. Hold me up. That was a bigger yell. I don't know why I was so chill about that. I squeeze out my words. Oh, never mind. It wasn't a big yell. But my voice is so quiet that it feels like it might vanish at any moment. Really regretting saying that was a big yell. Really regretting correcting myself. Nonetheless, I managed to communicate my will. Frau immediately embraces me from behind. And just like that, I'm able to maintain my posture. However, the impact of slow-mo coming to an end caused me to look away from the screen for a split second. It was a fatal mistake. My gun barrel and Takasob's Snyder. Takasob executes a backstep, putting distance between the two machines. He's out of gun barrel's range. This is Snyder's alt range. At this rate, I'm going to lose. And if I let this chance go, there is no next time. Kona! I can only assume that our hearts are connected. The second I yell, Frau's hands are already on the shock therapy controller. And without any hesitation, she presses the button. Gah! I've never triggered an attacks consecutively before. So, this is a gamble. I'm pretty done with this whole self-harm thing, to be perfectly honest. So, just listen to me for once, you goddamn brain-dead body. I'm in. Another 30 seconds of slow motion. That's the total of 1 minute, complete with a break in between. I have no idea what's going to happen to me. Can my body handle this? Am I going to choke to death? Faint? Only God knows. But none of that matters right now. My body is finally listening to me. Time to master this awful ailment once and for all. Takasob's ult has already been activated. A 1-frame sniper attack at point-blank range. Snyder fires a needle-like bullet at me. I evade the first shot with amazing accuracy. At that point, the second shot has already been fired. I can see it. Normally, I wouldn't be able to see the trajectory of the bullet, but now I can, clear as day. I can slip through the bullet if I use a move that gives me 1 frame of invincibility. It'd be their 1 frame versus mine. One mistake and it's all over. I managed to dodge a total of 14 shots before closing the distance between us. My light punch just barely grazes them. Takasobe couldn't guard it. And with that, the match is settled. As long as this light punch connects, I have about 6 different combo routes at my disposal. No matter which I pick, even a single hit will be enough to end them. So, what do I go with? Obviously the most difficult and timing-sensitive combo. Let a man style on his opponent, okay? In this gentle, lonely, and slow passage of time, it takes little effort to input the commands. It's time for a little bit of payback after losing hundreds of times. X A A X A A A Y A X Y A A X A Y B A B X Y A. Nope. X A Y A X A B A Y A X Y A X B X Y B A Y B A. You win. Once I input the combo ensuring my victory, my consciousness flows back to the present. The lock should be gone now. Frau should be able to handle the rest. So how about I take a little rest? After all that torture, I managed to trigger 2 consecutive attacks. I'm dead tired. I can't go any further. I don't even have the energy left to open my eyes. Senpai, you're nuts. Thank you, Otz. Is it just me, or did something soft touch my lips? Ugh. My consciousness sinks into the white void before I can get an answer. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is another episode of Robotics. I will see you all on the 28th for another episode of Robotics Elite Like Animal Crossing. But until then, Nochio!